biological clock is ticking like this, and the way this case is going, I ain't never getting married.
Oh, the Oscar winner, Marissa Tomei. And the reason that we're playing that for My Cousin Busy, are you waiting too long to have a child? A new study finds that by the time most women are 30, nearly 90% of their ovarian eggs are gone for good. That's a much faster rate than ever thought before. So what does it mean for every woman who wants to start a family? Well, Dr. Marie SAVARD joins us to explain. Give us the headline here, Marie.
The headline, I hate to say, is if someone's planning a family, sooner the better. This study actually for the first time they took over 300 women, looked at their eggs across their lifespan, different women, and found that by age 30, women lose all but 12% of their eggs. And by age 40, they have only 3% remaining. I think we're finding that women lose eggs a lot faster than we thought, but there is a wide range.
But we have seen women in their well into their 40s having children, and it's been more commonplace. So it's a little bit shocking to hear this new data.
But it is much more difficult, and even all those assisted reproductive techniques are challenging and much less successful. Yeah. So I think women do have to hear that this does happen, that biologic clock does tick, and that there are some things, though, that you might be able to control a little bit.
Okay, so tell us about that. Are there ways we can slow down the process a little bit?
Well, age by far is the greatest factor, and the number of eggs you begin with, which you have to thank your mother for. It's something that happens as you're born. You're born with all the eggs you're ever going to have. But there are things, for sure, that affect you in your environment that can, really more quickly cause you to lose eggs. First is smoking. If you smoke, stop smoking. Second is being overweight or obese. It turns out losing weight will help your fertility. And that's, obviously really important as well. And then we know that there's a number of chronic conditions that kind of kick in that really matter, things such as autoimmune disease and whether you've had chemotherapy or radiation are things that you can't control that are important as well. And that's why these studies are important, to help women make a decision what to do in case they have to face those challenges.
Now, I've heard off and on and conflicting data on this about if you're on the pill, that jeopardizes your eggs. Is there truth to that?
So many women ask me that question. As it turns out, the researchers have found that even if you're on the pill for a long period of time, 20 years perhaps, that doesn't influence your fertility. It doesn't speed up the loss of your eggs. And furthermore, if your cycles are long or irregular, that doesn't seem to predict so well either.
So if you're a woman, you're getting up this morning and you're brushing your teeth and you're like, oh, you're hearing this, what do you do?
I think what you do is you just understand that time does matter, and that there are things that you might want to talk to your doctor about. First of all, if you're planning a family, don't wait so long. There are times, I think, when sometimes women do. Don't think that reproductive technology is everything, because it's certainly more difficult as you get older. But have a conversation with your doctor. We're learning more and more about maybe testing your ovaries and blood tests and see whether or not, in fact, you might be able to wait a little bit longer than someone else. But again, it's life. It's the truth. We have all the eggs we're ever going to have, and we've got to take good care of them.
So are you able to check your egg count?
You can't specifically, but what they're doing, other than looking at your ovaries, what we know you can do is an ultrasound, look at the volume of your ovary, and then there's some blood testing that's being done. So I think in the future, doctors will have, with all this information, a little bit more of a prescription to help you make the best decision what to do.
All right, Marie, thank you. Have a great weekend. We appreciate it. And you can find all of Marie's information on fertility at abcnews.com.